when I teach masturbation, I'm always just like, have fun with it.
It's on my favorite tape, Boner Jams 7.
Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. It's been a busy year in music, with lots of great releases, so be sure to like and subscribe to catch our 2023 album rankings sometime in December. I believe the next album we are reviewing is the new Aesop rock record in November, and a Green Day's The American Dream is Killing Me reaction video. Today, though, we are talking about Blink-182's One More Time. With me today, he's going to dance with me, Tim.
Aw, thanks.
And I knew him when we were young, Colquitt. And last minute, Ed joined us, so he's a fuckface. That's all I got.
And it's not bad news that that's Jason.
Ed, that's my favorite song on the record, so consider it an honor. You know,
I am honored. So briefly, just to give a little history, because we haven't covered Blink-182 on the show yet, but we plan on it eventually. Give like a slight overview of your relationship with the artist, just a condensed version. I'm somewhat of a fan. Have been for quite a long time, but where I stand,
I'm the opposite.
You're the opposite. That's what I assumed.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. I don't think I've ever actually heard any of the albums. I've been indifferent to ambivalent to hostile towards them. They're just something about it that has not appealed to me over the years.
Man, they have that effect on people. Like that, this band, either you love them or you just think they're annoying, or you just don't like their sound. I mean, they're one of those bands that I've noticed people either, like I said, really really like, or they just do not like at all. And I've always been in and I didn't hear of them till I heard Dude Ranch. That was my first introduction, and then I started listening to everything I could because I just loved their sound. I thought it was great. I think Tom's voice is unique, and it reminds me a lot for some reason. And I might be totally off here, but it reminds me of the Beastie Boys. Like he has that weird pitch that Adam does, and it's very like it's good. It's not bad. It's good. It's just off a little. It's just different. I mean, my ears always love like when he sings. It's just not in line with. It's very unorthodox. Let's put it that way. I think. I really, really, I've always enjoyed his guitar playing is phenomenal too. I think.
I grew up. I think my younger brother really got into. He got a copy of Buddha somehow, and he listened to it all the time. And then when Dude Ranch was on MTV, he got really into it. And I didn't really like them until Enemy of the State came out, and that's when I started paying attention to them. I kind of dropped off after the self-titled. Was that 2000 something? 2001 maybe? 2003? I don't even know. 2003. I kind of dropped off after that record, even though it was my favorite record by them. And then and I really enjoyed Plus 44 a lot. I had to listen to Quicksand before Boxcar Racer, so I wasn't impressed with Boxcar Racer. And yeah, I think I've heard one other record post that at work, but only once, and it wasn't that impressive to me. So it was cool hearing this record for sure.
All right. So, who wants to start? Who wants to talk about the record first?
I go first.
Go for it.
All right. So fast forward to this record. I think it's pretty phenomenal. I enjoyed every bit of it. I'm a big fan of theirs. So I'm on that side of the fence. I think it's cool to see them. Okay, so they do still have the immature stuff on here, which is fun. But they also have some pretty mature stuff on here, like as far as growth and like age. Talking about divorce, and I know Tom went through a divorce. I think sometime if I remember the interview correctly. And I think the Wars and Pain is just, and they have the ballads on here, the ballad on here, one more time. And I did not know at first how to take that song, but the more that I heard it, it hits home a lot now because you kind of grow up with these bands, and it's kind of good to see like other topics that they talk about. Anthem Part 3 was everything I was expecting it to be. I like the first one, second one, and the third one. I think it was great. Dance with Me, Fell in Love, Terrified was great. I did see the interview that was supposed to be a Boxcar song, I think, and they revamped it and they brought it back. You have One More Time. That like I said, that song at first it took me a little bit to kind of get used to the ballady angle of that. I don't think I've heard very many Blink songs be like that, but from watching people online react to it, I think a lot of people really loved it. Like to see that side of them, and this is emotional with everything they went through too, the video and everything that they put together. Edging, that single came out. I was like, I heard it and I was like, oh god. And then the stuff Tom was saying, I mean, it's pretty Blink. The video was great, and the stuff they were saying was pretty Blink stuff, But I enjoyed it. I thought the riffs were fun, and that's one thing about Tom. And he still has like his guitar playing to me is very unique too. It's not just his voice, like his style is very unique, and I think that's what they were missing from whenever was it Matt that took his spot from Alkaline Trio. I'm a big Alkaline Trio fan. I love them. Great songwriters and everything, but he's just I never could like really fall into that with Blink. It just wasn't. It didn't equate in my head. I think they figured it out pretty quickly too that Tom is the missing piece there, or was the missing piece. Bad News is, I mean, a great track. It's I'm not sure because I haven't seen anything much about it, but it sounds like it was for Tom's divorce. I'm imagining that's what it is, but don't hold me to it. I think Mark's still with his wife, Sky, if I remember correctly. So I think that might be something like that. And you have from there, F Face. I like that song. That song was cool. I had to listen. That was the first one. I was like, okay, I have to listen to this track. It's the name alone. I was like, I have to listen to it. And Childhood, the way they ended, it's a solid record. It's not my favorite Blink album, but it's good to hear them back together again, and good to hear them making music again, I think. Oh, and by the way, I want to give a shout out to Travis. Me and Jason talked about this. I think he is seriously one of the best drummers in our generation. That dude is sick, and every angle of this album shows him off, and I think he produced it. So, I mean, he's just talented, and his mix of hip hop and punk and everything is just you could hear it. This fills. I mean, it's amazing. It's definitely people should check it out.
All right, well, my rundown. Anthem Part 3, that opening riff gave me chills. I never knew I needed an Anthem Part 3 until I saw the track list. It's my second favorite Anthem, though. I think I still like Anthem Part 2 better, but Dance With Me is my favorite of the singles. Love the Ramones homage in the video, and the Ole 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 part's fun. Fell in Love, I love Skiba, but holy shit, Mark and Tom belong together. Those two singing together, it's harmony. The lyrics are delivered to perfection. But the words themselves, that's a little cringy. Terrified, it sounds like a Neighborhoods verses with a Boxcar Racer chorus. I loved it. One More Time, this one's hard to review because the song itself is amazing, pulls all the heartstrings for every Blink fan. If you were there over the years, you know and catch every reference. It's an amazing single, but I'm not sure how I feel about it as a track 5 on an album. More Than You Know, I love this one. It's just a rock and kick-ass Blink song through and through, and it gets stuck in my head. Mark starts with the slower verses, and when Tom comes in with the black lights across my face, words that'll never rhyme, wait for the phone to ring, back to the starting line, go. Not mind-blowing lyrics, but that delivery, it makes you feel. Turn this off. Yo, dog, I heard you like short Blink songs. If you're too sensitive, we'll turn this off. If you're offended by these words, then please fuck off. If you're an asshole with a dick, then that's something I can lick. Then maybe we can call ourselves proctologists. This is 100% a Blink-182 song. When we were young, it's okay, nothing too special. Edgy, when I heard it a year ago, I was worried about this record. I thought they were just trying to sound like old Blink, only more cringy. But this song gets stuck in your head, and I love it now. You don't know what you've got. This one reminds me of Nine. With the good parts of Nine, there are a few decent, spots of greatness on Nine, but that guitar interlude sounds like Enema is decent. Blink Wave, same as You Don't Know What You've Got. Definitely my low point on this record, but it's still really good. Bad News, so good. The drum rolls in this one, crappy punk rock through and through. Hurt, this is how you make an interlude. There's things going on. It's not just Tom petting his cat or whatever. Turpentine, probably one of the most grown-up songs lyrically Blink has ever done, but still has that touch of Blink. The ending is amazing. And Childhood, it kind of reminds me of the California era Blink. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped some shit. Fuckface, hell yeah, please. Other Side reminds me of California era Blink, which I loved. I would love to know who he's talking about in this one. Is that the one you're saying was the divorce one? I don't know.
I think Bad News is the divorce one that I was talking about. But
Okay.
there's a couple of times on here that they mentioned something.
Well, Other Side I think is Mark, and I'm curious who the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, it could be. Bad News was also Mark sings it, but I think that's what I was saying. I think him and Sky are still together. I think it was Tom.
I don't pay attention to their personal. I have no idea who they're married to, but Childhood, first time I listened to it, I wasn't really impressed, but then the lyrics it hit you right in the feels. I think this album is fucking amazing. If you were ever a Blink fan at any point in their career, there's something here for you. And there's some new ground for the band as well. The production is amazing. The record sounds phenomenal. We haven't done a full album discography ranking on Blink yet, but off the top of my head, I would say this is easily the best Blink record since Untitled.
I mean, I haven't heard the other ones yet, but I'll agree with you because I really like Untitled and I like this record pretty well.
I'll have a hot take when we do the discography.
I'm sure we will. I'm sure I will have a couple too. Because honestly, after this record was done, it went straight to playing songs from Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, and I was like, man, I really love that record a lot.
Yeah.
I guess for me, this is kind of a mixed bag, but I'm also not a super fan. So, I mean, to be fair, that's okay. I thought Anthem Part 3 was unnecessary. It's like Tom showed up and was like, yeah, hey, all that shit you did when I wasn't here, nah, we're gonna start like that never happened again kind of thing. Like that's what it felt like to me. Like the first, I like Terrified a lot, but I feel like those first four songs could have been a separate EP, and if you just started one more time and worked down from there, you have a much better record. Like Fall in Love made me cringe so hard I had to skip out of it, man. Like it's just like Tom's lyrics, and this is the reason why I don't take Tom's lyrics. Like they make me even more sad because he's obviously like a middle-aged man now and he's singing this shit. But also, I haven't paid attention to Blink-182, but I'm a UFO nerd. So I know of Tom's bullshit on that end. And I've heard about, that's my experience with Tom up to this point is him being this guy who knows something he can't tell you, like that, fuck all that bullshit, man. Like show me the data or shut the fuck up. I don't care. So like to hear him like talk about like, I don't know, extra dimensional beings and all this really crazy psychedelic deep shit. And then talk about like, let's do it one more time, guys. Let's have sex more. It's fun. Like it's embarrassing as shit. So Edging, embarrassing as shit. Turpentine though, bad as fuck. I love that song. So like Tom, you got some edge there, man. Like stop acting like you're fucking 12. Dude, come on. But yeah, One More Time Down, great record, man. I thought More Than You Know is like the coolest Blink-182 song I've heard in forever, man. Like them like kind of like metalcore drum parts behind the cool post-hardcore melodic chorus thing, dude. It's dope. I love that song. And then turn this off as the Blink. Turn this off as the Blink I love, which is just goofy as shit and silly and over and done. We're done. You know, it's short and to the point. You get the laugh and you move on to something else. I thought When We Were Young was like they wrote it just for the festival in a way.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on there. You know, it feels more like a brand thing. And I already talked about edging. That's embarrassing, man. You're a middle-aged man. You don't know what you got was all right.
In the head.
I love Blink Wave a lot, but I just thought it was cool they were trying something different, which was neat. I like when bands try something different, especially 35 years into your career, man. Come on, you got to try something different every once in a while. I thought Hurt Interlude was awesome, and again, the duo of Turpentine and Fuck Faced was awesome. I love those two songs very much. That was cool as hell. Other Side was nice. It was just a nice little song. And I have to listen to California if that's the album it reminds you of, Jason, because I thought that song was dope. And I thought Childhood was like the closest thing to a reggae Jimmy Eat World song I've ever heard in my life, man. It was really good. I enjoy it. Like the exit on that, fire, man. It was super beautiful. So all in all, man, I think this record was good, but not great.
I don't expect any kind of like groundbreaking new sound from Blink-182. I'll give them a pass on this one because it's like they're reformed, you know, they're starting, they had to get the kinks out and they had to tread old ground, and it works. And I love it.
It's good.
And they did. I saw them live in Houston. They played 2 songs off California with Tom singing Matt's parts, and it was fucking glorious.
Word.
Yeah, when I saw them in Nashville, they gave a lot of props to Matt too. They talked about how
they played Cynical and Bored to Death, I think, when I saw them.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. And Fell in Love, that one, I think, is that the one? Is that the last single they put out before the album came out?
No, they put out Edging, and then One More Time, Dance With Me. I was like the same. No, something else. Fell in Love, I think, came out the same time as One More Time, didn't it?
Yeah, I think they put out a lyric video for it.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Dance With Me is the one with the Cool Ramones homage video, right?
I think Fell in Love was the 3rd single. So, yeah, I think you're right. Because I remember thinking, I was like, oh, okay. This isn't that good. But then they put out Dance With Me, and that shit was badass.
Yeah, Dance With Me is good. I mean. Well, Tim, how do you feel about this record, buddy?
6.5.
Hey, that's not bad.
Out of 6.6, a scale of... or no, a scale to 100?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the production was decent. That was probably my favorite thing about it. The songs themselves just felt very herky-jerky to me. Like you'd have a really fast part, and then they start singing, so they just slow everything way down. This band's not for me.
And that's important.
I listened to it. I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but it sounded fine. There were parts of it that's like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I didn't write them down, unfortunately. So my notes are lacking on this one. But yeah, it's I also had the fun of halfway through it, the program I was listening to it on just started it over, and I got like 3 songs into it, and I was like, wait, I've already heard these. And then I wasn't sure where it had like dropped off, so I just kind of picked random songs at that point. And so,
yeah, I mean that's what's fun about this show is we all bring an artist and we make people listen to stuff that they would never. Tim would have never listened to Blink-182 on his own. I'd never listened to, I don't know, Queens of the Stone Age on my own. So,
I mean, I probably would have never gotten through all of the Type 10. I never would have, or Type O Negative. Sorry.
Yeah, I would have never listened to that. And that was, my mom loved Type O Negative.
Yeah, I love Typo Negative too now.
She listened to it. She's
I
"This
like
got
a
really
few
good
tracks
voice."
from Typo Negative. I can listen to like a few songs from them, but I don't know about listening to a full album. You know,
Yeah.
there's bands like that I can do. But
I
Blink,
liked the new Rancid album more than I liked this one.
Yeah.
New Rance is pretty good.
The new Rancid was pretty good. This one,
Was that the yellow one?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't think
Tim,
this one's that good.
Tim, something's wrong with him though. I don't know. Like his, like
I think Cheap Grills is better than this one.
I see, Tim. I can't disagree with you there, honestly, because I went back and listened to Sincere Engineer again after the
Sincere Engineer. That's it. Yeah,
And,
I think
I really like that record a lot. Honestly, I think it's better than this one in a lot of ways.
That's gonna be that right now. My end of the year is gonna be Blink and Sincere. I'm gonna have to like dig deep on that one.
Yeah, that one's gonna take some.
I'll give this one another chance, but I am enjoying that Sincere Engineer album.
It's good.
That is really good.
Now this is off topic, but not really. Have I ever shown you this, Ed?
Oh, is it just black or does it have a color?
Oh, it's got colors. It's got all 3 colors.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
It looks like ice cream.
It looks like a beach ball.
It does.
Or the Google
it looks
logo.
like a reggae ball. Yeah, man.
I like this one though.
Yeah, I love that
So,
record.
I
I think
can't wait to
I was
look at
at
it.
CD Warehouse when that came out, and you came in and bought that from me, Jason. I think that happened.
Right. What year was that?
Yeah.
2001.
Because I got the return the favor for Machina. Like you walked in, I was like, I know why you're here. And I just slid it across the table to you.
Yeah.
I worked at CD Warehouse when Enema of the State came out.
Yeah.
And I had special ordered it because I was like, nobody gives a shit about Blink-182.
Oh,
I bought it, and it came with a little promotional magnet. I still got it on my fridge.
nice.
And then I just watched it go up the Billboard like over the months, where it was like number 1 or something.
Yeah,
It was a
I
big
had
deal.
that record.
You talking
It was a
about
big
Enema
deal.
of the State or take your pants off?
Enema of the State.
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember
that
when-
I
album
think Take Your
sucked.
Pants was on there for a little while, but it wasn't on there for a very long time.
Yeah, I bought Enema of the State the day it came out.
I watched an interview with Tom, and he said he's like the manager of his label was like, by the end of the fall, you guys are going to be playing venues you never played before with thousands of people. He was like, whatever, man, that's not going to happen. It happened. He was like, yeah, it happened. So yeah, I'm sure they were shocked about it too.
Can't wait till we do the album art though. It'll be good.
All right. Yeah, I can't wait till we do the whole discography because I'm interested in hearing the stuff I haven't really listened to. But hey guys, should we wrap it up and give best out of 10? What number do you got?
I'm bad with numbers.
Well, it's okay. You can change it at the end of the year anyway, probably.
Mine's going to be a 6.4.
Okay, dig it.
They lost
That's
some
involved.
points since we started.
Oh yeah, I gotta get the calculator so we can get an average after we all give our numbers.
I give this one a 7 out of 10. It's they're older.
If top tier Blink was 10 and bottom tier Blink was 0, I'd probably give it a 7 or 8.
Pick one, 7 or 8. Which one?
7.5.
7.5. All right.
And
I'm
this is
gonna give
a 40-something minute album. It has 17 tracks.
Yeah, but that's not always a good thing. Like it could have been shorter. I think it would have been better in sometimes. But I'm gonna give it also a 7.5 actually because I thought it was pretty damn good. And if you like Blink-182 a lot, you'll love this record very much. Which gives us the average of 7.1. This record is a 7.1.
Dig it.
Average.
Math.
Numbers don't lie, man.
Hold on. I think Tim just changed his mind.
He's like, that's too high. I got to drop mine down.
Right.
Skew the average.
5.2.
The average is too high.
But yeah,
No,
it's a great record.
it's a solid 6. It's a solid 6 album.
It's a 7. If you drop it .4, it'll still be a 7 probably.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it
I'm not
ranked on the Billboard or anything? Does anybody know? Have you looked at it? Like, because
I don't think last week's out yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
also, nobody buys the records.
A bigger album came out on the same day. So
What album?
Yeah,
came out?
Rolling Stones is definitely going to be above it probably. So
Yeah, everybody's paying attention to that.
It's got a lot of good.
This one's
positive
definitely
press.
niche specific.
Oh yeah,
They're
the
still
Rolling
doing
Stones.
it, man, after all these years. So
There's still more boomers than Gen Xers, though. You know.
yeah.
I don't think Gen Xers care about either of them. Really.
The clips from when we were young festival look fun though. Made me want to go to Vegas next year.
That looked like hell.
They look fun. Like all those bands that played, they look great.
I don't like festivals. Like you pay a shit ton of money and you barely get to see your band.
Yeah, but
I
you'll
like
be in
Furnace
Vegas.
Fest, but that's it.
I've got floor tickets to Alkaline Trio in February, so I'm taking my kids to that.
Nice.
I can't afford rent.
The American dream is killing you.
No, God. Don't
Get to that
don't you tell me things I already know, Billy Joe Armstrong. All right.
All right. Well, with
Is that a Christmas tree behind you?
no, it's a Halloween tree.
Halloween tree. God
Ah.
damn it, Ed. Jesus. Do you not watch the show, man? Come on.
No, I don't. I haven't in a while. I've been busy.
You need to watch the Nirvana one.
Oh, I did. That was
Thank
awesome.
you, Ed, for the likes.
And by the
and
way, I do not
subscribes
think
and
anything
thumbs
Cole
ups
ever
and-
did is better than Nirvana. I don't know where Jason got this message from. Pulling stuff out of your butt.
All right.
Yeah, we know, Ed. We know. But you did rank it as your top, all of your favorite record on the whole discography. So we just figured you felt the same way about it with Nirvana.
No, I don't. I don't at all.
It's okay. That's well, we've got the air clear.
that was the transmission we got when you sent it to us directly from your space capsule.
I got hacked. I got hacked.
You got hacked. Oh, that explains
Oh,
it. That explains
oh, interesting. Okay.
the plot.
You guys are
thickens.
crazy.
I thought it
You
was
still-
you still
Roundtable
fought the
reunion.
wildfire.
I
as
really
a
did enjoy
video.
the Nirvana one. I thought you guys hit on some good points. And I just got done reading one of the biographies, so it's a lot of the stuff that you said. I was like, oh yeah, makes sense.
Nice. Okay.
Go check that video
Thanks for
out if you
watching.
haven't. Yeah, I never write an outro for this. So we want to thank Ed for joining us again. And be safe. Make good decisions. We'll see you next time.
We'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm Chuck Woolery. This is Love Connection.